quiz time.
Quiz time.
So from last week, here are the questions. You ready? Why is the Beige Book and the chairman of the Fed a good source of information?
Well, first, they have more data than just about anybody. In addition to that, the Fed isn't nearly as political as the other arms of the government. For example, the Treasury Department. The Treasury Secretary is appointed by the President and is a spokesman for the President. The Chairman of the Federal Reserve is appointed for a 14-year term and is independent. Much like the Supreme Court doesn't have to listen to anyone else, the Federal Reserve doesn't have to listen to anyone else either. They are generally concerned with two things. One is making sure prices are stable, and two is generating maximum employment without higher prices. So the Fed has great data. They are as unbiased as any government entity is, and they're a great source. They have really good information. More importantly, Wall Street listens to them.
So it's a good read. Check it out.
It's a boring read, but check it out anyway.
It is interesting. Okay, next question is, what is the new normal according to Bill Gross?
Bill Gross with PIMCO, Mohammed El-Arian as well, believe that the new normal is lower rates of return due to re-regulation, increasing of government regulation, decreasing profits, as well as deglobalization, less globalization in the world, Russian wheat being taken away, et cetera, higher prices, and deleveraging, which means taking less money out in loans and taking less risk will also hamper profits, which equals lower returns.
Okay. And then the last question is, what are some of the questions you ask yourself when thinking critically?
Well, hopefully you ask a bunch of questions. Here's a few for you to think about. For example, who is saying what you're listening to? Think about your source. Second, why are they saying it? What is their bias? Where's their point of view? Are they trying to influence you? Additionally, you can think about whether you're rushing to accept it or whether you're taking a pause to think about it. I like sleeping on things overnight. I think that's a really good idea on any major decision, but oftentimes in the morning, things look different. Also, what follow-up questions should they be asking or be answering, and what questions should you be asking? You know, you shouldn't just accept that the Beige Book, for example, has everything. We should be thinking about what else, other information that we can garner from it, or what other questions we have of it. And of course, how can you confirm what they're saying? If they're saying something is true, is there another source?
Look for the evidence.
Look for the evidence. Evidence ends argument.
Yes, it does. Okay, and what do you have for us this week?
3 quick, easy questions. So, why are wheat prices skyrocketing, and what can be done about it? Second question is, what would lead to a sustainable economic recovery? And the third one, haven't talked about this yet, but we will in the next segment because it's coming up, is what investment traps should you avoid? Those are pretty good questions. Yeah.
I want to know.
You do want to know. So watch the next segment.